좀 이따가 잠깐만. Okay. Sova Ava, what's up, bro? I saw your chat, but I couldn't really speak. I was with a student, but uh, okay, bro. I'm ready. You ready? Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
How you going? Good, thanks.
Good, good,
How are you?
good, good.
Good.
Busy day. Just 1 second.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Okay, so how it's gonna work is I'm just first session. I'm just gonna watch you how to play, like watch you play. So just queue up share your screen and queue up a rank game.
Yep.
I'll just be writing. I won't be micromanaging you. Um, I'll be writing down your pros and cons, and then
Okay.
we'll kind of go through it in a custom map, and then I'll show you a aim routine that you should be doing every day, and then yep,
Hmm.
that'll be the session. It's gonna last quite a while. It's gonna be about, I would say, 2 hours max,
Okay.
220-ish hours max.
Okay.
So yep, just share your screen. Yep, I see
Oh,
it,
I did.
and
Did
then
you?
just
Can you see it?
yes, give me 1 sec. What's going on here? Yep, I see it. Or it's
Oh,
loading.
perfect.
Yes,
Oh,
this is a ranked game, right?
yes.
And make sure you're picking your main role or main agent. Okay.
Okay. Well, is it like I picked the agent I want to main this
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Like whatever
episode?
you
Is that fine?
want. Like don't pick an agent you don't play, right? Because then I can't really
Yeah,
help.
yeah, yeah. Obviously.
Can't really help you. So just pick an agent
Fair
like
enough. Right.
you like want to improve on, or like it's your main role. Like because like the duelist role can apply to any duelist agent, right? Like Jet, Raze, Reyna, Yoru.
Mm.
Like so that's how you have to think about ISO. Like those skills transfer to any agent, right? Most people
Okay.
obviously play a agent, right? They main an agent, but that's super counterproductive. You need to main your role. So,
Okay.
but yeah, we'll get into that another day. But,
Hmm.
so yeah, don't be nervous. I'm not gonna be talking to you at all. Like, so just it's like you're by yourself because I'm gonna be writing down notes and talking to stream. This is a stream,
Yep.
so there'll be a VOD as well. I'll be writing all the rounds with the notes, so you can watch the VOD and kind of go back and kind of see what we're talking about. Okay. So
All right.
yeah, don't be nervous and you plan on or like
Yeah.
condensed. Like it's
Yeah. I
pretty
plan on
interesting.
stretch for this.
It doesn't even look like stretch. It looks like condensed. Oh shit, unlucky. Also, I forgot to ask. What's your rank? Your plat, and what's your peak?
That one. Plat 2.
Okay.
Last act.
I kind of didn't want you to play on pro because for some reason I'm super unlucky and all my students that queue for their game, it's Pearl. So
Oh
we're
my
always covering
God.
Pearl, yeah. So we had Fracture for the first time, the guy before you. So I was pretty
Mm.
happy about that. And then this
Fractured.
is, I think this could be the first Lotus from all my coaching VODs. Like
Oh, okay, well, whatever.
it's been all Abyss, Haven, and Pearl for me. So
Oh, yes. I do like Lotus though, so it's good.
yeah, yeah, I love Lotus. Great map.
Yeah, me too.
It's more intricate than like Split. Split is just like brain dead.
Yeah.
Just run it down 3 points of the map.
Mm,
But yeah, just play how you normally do, and good luck. I'll see you after the game. Okay? We can
no
like,
worries.
I'll
Thank you.
probably like talk to you too if there's like a funny moment or something. But
No worries.
okay. All right. Good luck.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So guys, from what I can see is he's automatically above like 90% of. I'm gonna be eating a muffin while I talk to you guys. He's automatically like
Man,
Higher than 80% of all my students. So
great game.
we'll do that. Yeah, I should probably do that now. Actually. Is it froze?
Where's she playing the toaster?
Wait, is it frozen or there's just loading?
No, no. Just loading, mate.
That's crazy.
Someone's playing on a toaster.
Yeah, the wood PC.
Yep.
I can do this while I wait, I guess. You entryed, and your bot was like chasing the jet, and you knew the jet was there. Remember that round? You knew the jet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there you go.
In all this chaos, it would be terrible if some equipment just got lost, you know?
Yo, what's up, team?
Yeah, it was good. Breach, can I get a stun A main, please? Just instant as soon as the round starts.
Uh maybe like 11 or 12. Two people left. Nighttime. 이거 다 끝나고 해야 돼. Maybe like 11, 10.
Oh. Might be a remake.
Nice
Rip.
remake.
Yeah. No.
Winning. Don't come back. Yes.
No.
When Reina gets started, it's hard to stop her. I'd like to avoid that, please.
Oh, okay, well, I guess we'll.
GG, guys.
Oh, God. Sorry. Had to remake.
No, you're good. You're good. No worries.
So, did I scared? Oh, what? Okay.
Match found.
Do say a little bit of a unnecessary.
So, are we gonna talk about the empty locker back at base? The one with the scratched out ink?
Hey, sorry guys, I'm just doing this real quick.
No one? Okay.
Should be fine.
Mm. Yeah, sure. Thank you. Actually,
Is your audio really quiet?
can you not hear it?
No, I can't hear any utility or anything.
Window.
Very strange.
Bomb buddy out. Spike carrier's down. Spike down. C. Here. Grenade.
Um,
Wait, let me up the audio then.
oh, you
Yeah.
have your sound effects really low. Yeah, it's your sound effects. You can bring your main volume
fine?
down. Yeah, that's good. I just need to be able to hear
Yeah.
what's going on around you.
What's going on around me? Oh, yeah, never mind.
Yeah, like I need to know like, you know, like the sound cues, right?
Yeah. That's fine.
So it's aim.
You were amazing.
Is it loud for you at all or no?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, can you just bring the sound effects up a little bit more?
Yes.
Sorry, bro, sorry.
That's okay.
I just need to make sure I can hear everything.
That's alright.
Bomb buddy out. Grenade. Launching door. Back out.
So he's
Oh,
Enemy spotted C. They're
Can you hear all right now?
Yep, it's perfect. If it's too loud,
Alright,
you
perfect.
can bring it down if you want.
It's okay. I can finish some. Alright.
I noticed you play with enable HTRF,
Grab the share.
Not sure what that is.
like surround sound.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Thank you.
Back to it.
For me, I don't play with surround sound.
Now we wait. Enemy spotted A.
Get him. Get grounded.
Backside, two backside, clear backside.
So guys, his utility is pretty good. Utility.
Chamber CT. Ooh.
Round
Chamber
three.
CT and stage heaven.
A. Last player standing.
Nice try.
You know, I could just outlist them.
Mm.
Come on, let's go.
We win.
Come on, buddy. Enemy kill. Hey,
Heaven, heaven. Oh no. My bad. Shit. Oh wait, sorry. What was that? Am I able to like swear?
Sorry? Yeah, you can talk however
Yeah,
you want. It's all good, it's all good.
Alright,
Just
my bad.
because I'm not here, just pretend I'm not here.
done here.
Oh, okay.
Just play your game, bro. Middle
Okay.
four, standing the middle of the site AFK.
Now we wait.
Just let loose.
Okay, right off the bat, he's had some movement issues.
Gosh. Oh. Okay. Ooh, my, oh, the three stack. There.
Player standing.
This place is nice, but not nice enough to die in. Let's win and get out of here.
I'm gonna grab orb. Make an ult save.
Okay. I'll go through garage then.
Yeah.
So you can dart on C if you want. I can use my boom bolt to go garage.
You want to play? Let's play.
Ward off garage.
Yeah. Do we know which it? Go on C.
Yeah, we can rotate. We can rotate.
I'm flank.
So that's pretty good.
You will not kill my allies.
Round 6 identifies well.
Building. 3, 1.
Oh, someone heaven. Chamber heaven. Oh, shit.
So like that's a little bit of game sense ego issue. Like he's just satcheling up heaven and just feeding. Like what?
Enemies close.
Is ready.
Eyes up. Scanning ahead.
I mean,
124 there.
Bomb buddy.
11 B. PT. Blank.
Enemy
On side, on side.
remaining. Player standing.
Shock dart. Shock dart.
Nice try.
Valentine's, what's good, bro? I'm just coaching a student.
Alright, lucky socks. Don't fail.
Oh, watching his game.
I got ult again.
We set the tempo,
Yeah.
not them.
Careful long. Could be up.
He told his team could be A opping, and he should just told the Jet, right? Like, bro, like smoke it off, and they just ran down short without the smoke.
Heaven, heaven.
Without the smoke.
Nice.
Oh, this is. Oh, it's okay. I know who this
That's
Valentine's is. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Message me on Twitter, bro. I'm a little bit busy. Got one more student
Oh,
after
no
this,
problem.
but
Maybe buy another one.
Need a drop. Okay.
yeah. I probably would get to it tonight
Hmm?
for sure.
you say?
But I got a busy schedule. I had 4 students today, so.
Okay.
Am I talking to him or what? Oh. So yeah, he has mostly a game sense movement problem. Like he's running it like his team's planning the bomb, and he's just running down spawn, or like he's satcheling up heaven and just feeding, and then losing the round for his team. Like
Revealing area.
Catch guard.
he's a little bit baiting a little bit too much too. Let me see. Let's put that in the. Let's put that in the movement. So round.
I can move up. Boom boss. Wow.
Go get it.
round. This is round 9. He didn't even satchel properly. Tried to satchel into sight and just went up in the same spot. So like that stuff he needs to work on. I think overall his comms are a little bit too quiet. Like he'll give information
Hubby.
that everyone knows instead of like important information. Comms a little bit too quiet. Okay.
Player standing.
Backside.
Make sure that like this isn't gonna be too much.
Standing ahead.
Mhm.
Level heads until we're home, yes?
Mm. It is on the map though.
Play play safe as well, though. Good, 20 HP.
Like here, he should just ask for a smoke always. Like
Upping
like
up.
always. Like every time I go away, I just ask for a smoke there, right? Like the chambers are just waiting. Obviously, they just like running it down, but I mean he's in Plat, so it's kind of like.
Oh my god.
His
What am I doing?
crouch spraying a little bit too much. This is round 10. Round 10.
Player standing.
Going A,
Eliminated.
entering, crouch. Again. Alright, crouch spraying again. Like, what the hell was that entry? Just come out wide.
I'm
Pop, pop, pop,
a
pop, pop,
defense
right?
demon. All good.
Act on my intel. Don't give them time to reposition.
Mhm. Where are you going? B.
So, again, it's the same thing as the last guy. Round 11. He's buying a sheriff, his whole team's is buying a full loadout.
They rolled garage.
They're forced like full buy and he's on safe. Team is full buy and he's on safe.
On side.
What the fuck, bro?
BBB.
Mid window.
Spike down B. Player standing.
Oof, so round
What they hide there?
11 doesn't really know how to scale / take space.
Everyone push garage. It's stage 4. That's where we want to push it.
Here.
Okay. Everyone.
Garage and see guys.
Now we wait.
Everyone shoot the wall.
Oh, I can't cross my legs, my knee. Ah, fuck.
You want to play?
So his team is entering
Yeah, on
garage
B.
and he's just AFK.
Oh.
Spike down.
So it's probably more position around 12.
Switching sides.
Round 12, just AFK while team full down garage. Also, he could probably use his utility, so we'll put that utility usage. Round 12 doesn't use any utility for his team in garage. Gotta make sure see.
Pushing garage. On site.
Of.
Spike planted. Player standing.
That's a kill. Right here.
This might be a quick game, boys. This might be a quick game.
Make it to the spike site.
So, needs to know. Rounding corners. He's not really like jiggle or like a swing. It's more of like a rounding corner W key type action that he does. Might not get too much data off him, but that's fine.
On side, Jet on side.
So he needs to tell his team that they're there. Round 14.
Timber long.
Spike down A.
We're going tools.
Oh god. GG.
Did he get bomb? Probably got bomb. Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't even know if they
Probably
took bomb
not.
or not. Round 14.
Yeah.
I got their backs. Just, you know.
Oh my god.
I am 13 HP. Hello. I don't know. Haven't triple yet, so I'm not up.
One enemy
So
remaining.
here he's not really aware. He's just AFK on A, like, and this angles he's
Ah,
taking
maybe
are really bad. He could have just took one corner where he can cover two angles, right? I'll just put down the game sense. Round 15.
Going to scatter from the start.
Not really. Can take space. You can take space there instead.
Now we win.
Why did you even do?
Well placed.
So he sees them on the minimap. He sees like 2 or 3 on A. One's mid, and then now he starts taking space. Can he hear me or something? Like, so it always happens. I say something and then they do it the next round.
Wind, no. Garden.
There's nothing you can do there.
They're both. They're sitting in spawn.
Wall trick. Thorns activated.
Kick out.
Definitely garage. At least one.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Yo, what is that Sage doing?
Bro, what am I looking at?
That made me laugh. Like he just heard him run out and he's still holding it. That was funny.
I demand what I
Bro,
Okay, no.
okay.
Ugh.
Uh,
Right here.
Let's kill this competition.
You want to play? Let's play.
130. You can go.
So here he sees him on the map. There's 3. He should be telling his team like, hey guys, like,
You will not kill my ally.
Deploying drone.
Keep B.
Team is 1. Team is 1.
so that was good comms.
It might have rotated.
They might go see the garage.
Right here.
Yeah, garage.
Drop in a smoke.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, garage. Oh, God, can you get my off, please? Please. Can you get my.
They want to
Okay.
dance. Need to draw a lead.
I guess just don't get the op.
It's nothing you can do.
Nah, can't have it. I'm good at it.
Gonna buy for Raze though. Raze,
That's okay. Don't.
Now we wait. Launching thorn.
Get out of my way.
Oh shit. Okay, I don't know.
Chill out.
What? 2 garage. Oh my days, bro. What am I getting?
Deploying.
Round 18.
Grounded. My objective.
Just satchel out the door, didn't clear it. Should probably just clear that.
We don't even have spike.
yeah.
So here.
The.
Spike planted.
Ah. Oh, the timing.
Ultimate's ready.
Bro.
What am I watching?
Remaining. Last player standing.
So good, man. No way you guys won that.
They brought weapons made of metal to kill me.
You just ask for a gun. Just tell them, hey, can you buy me?
Can I get a drop?
And just say
Yeah.
it. Just say it.
Can I get a vendor, please?
They're not gonna buy if you don't say it.
Yeah, okay.
So I'll write that down. Round 19 doesn't ask for a buy. Like he's
Hey,
like,
no.
bruh.
Spike down.
Yeah, I mean, he's got pretty decent aim.
Oop. I didn't even see they killed her. Spike long.
Gun here.
I think they got spike and they're
Still alive.
rotating. Wait, don't over rotate. They can still be A.
Smoke on C.
One enemy
Garage, off the garage as well.
down. C.
Gun here.
Didn't pick up the vent.
30 seconds left.
Could be garden. Through B. Could be coming through B. Oh, oh my days. I'm actually gonna fucking.
Just leave, just leave.
I'm gonna crash out.
Oh my god.
Match point.
Yeah, there's something you can do there when they're not listening.
You.
So that's round 19 makes the correct prediction.
What are we gonna? Alt garage.
Nothing we can do there. His team doesn't listen to him. He anticipated him to go down. Shut up.
Oh, shit.
What the fuck? I think this guy's cheating.
114 dead.
This guy's insane.
Window. Last.
If you're not a good shot today, don't worry. There are other ways to be useful.
Come on, bro.
Can I get a drop?
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing here. Ooh.
Sage copy. Tag.
Long with the mark. Oh, enclosed.
One enemy remaining.
Nice, good job.
Stay taut as a bowstring. The fight
I'm stiff on moral support.
This is so winnable.
Definitely needs to work on his comms. Like, he's not talking, he's not really planning. Should be telling them, hey guys, like, you know, they might come here. More likely, they
yeah.
went here. They're probably not gonna do it. Like,
That goes.
right.
bro, I want this match to end so I can just talk to him. I don't want it to go overtime. No.
No.
I can't believe it's 8 o'clock already. Pretty crazy.
You will not light my fire.
Enemy down.
22.
Bomb buddy.
We have spike. We have spike.
Play numbers. Play numbers. I'm gonna smoke off long.
Make CT.
Enemy
Jets
remaining.
ground.
Nice.
Leaving area. What do you say, bro? Ready to stretch your wings?
No. Nah.
Does anyone have an op skin?
Right here.
Who else? No.
Right here.
No. No. Okay.
Reloading.
Bruh. Why are we wasting time?
Nothing here.
Hey, smoking off A, but could be going A sewers.
Only two of them will have guns, so.
Smoked C as well.
Oh.
On site.
Satchel out.
Unless you dipped out. Dipped out.
Uh,
50 G.
Spike down. C.
Maybe on site.
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Who's got this now? We get a pick. We move in. Got it? Here.
Gun here.
Alright, guys, one more round. Who can buy the vandals and
I can buy some. Yeah. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
whoever's gonna Odin spray this, I'm gonna load it up. We'll try get it.
Deep breath.
Bit higher. This.
I'll take A. You don't want
Sitting.
Garage. Timber garage.
Could be defaulting actually. On site. On site.
Yeah, on the B.
Player standing.
Oh, fuck me. Timber on B. You saw him. No, you didn't.
GG's.
to play?
A little bit unlucky there.
Unlucky. GG.
Yeah. Okay, you can stop sharing your screen. We have a lot to go through, so.
Wait. Sorry. I'll up your volume a bit.
No, I
Yeah,
just
would
said there's a lot to go through, so. I'm gonna share my
Yeah.
screen now, okay?
Okay.
Usually I get in the custom with the student, but you're from OCE, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we won't be able to get in a lobby. I tried that with another guy from Australia, so it didn't work. So you're just gonna watch
So-
my POV, okay?
Yep.
So just let me know when you can see my
I can see it.
screen. Just give me 1 second. Gotta turn voice activity on. Okay, there's a lot, bro. There's a definitely. And
Ooh.
give me your DM me your right ID and tagline so I can add you.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I forgot. Sorry,
Okay.
you're not coming into custom, so yeah, sorry. It's okay. You don't have to give. It to
Oh
me.
no, yeah, fair
Yeah,
enough.
yeah. I usually always make them come in the test with me, but you're OCE, so you're not gonna really be able to come in. All right, so there's a lot. Okay, uh, I didn't tell you, but usually in the beginning, I usually tell them. I totally forgot, but I usually tell my students that there's always gonna be way more cons than pros. Okay, we're not really trying to focus on your pros right now. We're really, but I will tell you what they are. But we're really, 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 really trying to work on the things you're doing wrong or
Obviously, yeah.
could be doing much better. There are some
Of course.
good general pros, like
Just
even though
me,
you went
my
negative, like
squadzinho,
you have
and a
pretty
few tons of
decent
dynamite.
aim mechanics,
There's
like
nothing we can't
and
do
just
about it.
aim like fighting movement mechanics. Okay, but we'll get there when it comes there. So how it works,
Cool.
it's gonna be comms, game sense, movement positioning, and then it's aim, and then the last one section is utility usage. Okay, so that's all the notes I took for parts of your game. So the
Perfect.
first section is it's gonna be comms. Okay, you're a little too quiet, and I don't mean like volume wise, but more like you're not speaking enough with your team. You're
Okay.
really only speaking or calming when you're dead. Like you need to be talking to the mid round, right? Like these small information things really, really,
My
really
ult's
add
ready.
up. Like, hey, I hear one here. Like I tell all my students all the time that those type of comms lead up to really important informations, and those little informations add up to showing what the enemy is gonna do, bigger picture, right? Like let's say you guys are spread out, like two on A, one B, one C, or like maybe two and one garage, right? Like if the guys on A are like, yo, we don't hear anything, like you can kind of automatically deduct that they're not there, right? And let's say you
Yeah.
start hearing grass, the guy in garage is like, yo, I hear three outside garage, like you kind of already know they're leaning towards mid, and maybe one might lurk A or maybe one might lurk C, right? So these type of informations are super important when you're not, because they're information you're picking up, like you're hearing it, but you're not portraying it back to your team. You're not helping them process what's going on, right? So that's
Right.
that. Obviously this is not round specific. I write the round in the site for almost all the ones that are specific. That was just generic, like generally you're not speaking to your team too much, okay?
hmm
Also,
hmm
you're just not your comms are just not really assertive. They're very uncertain. Like you're always like
Yeah.
questioning your team what to do. Like, should we do this? Like, you gotta be like, hey guys, let's do this right now. Let's group up. Let's go here. Let's rotate. Right? Like, you gotta be leading the team. And I wrote needs to lead his team because I explained this to my last student right before you as well. He's a duelist as well. He's an ISO main, and he's not really leading his team in terms of not just his actions but his comms. He's like telling them to rotate, but then he'll sit there and just AFK. Like, bro, rotating means rotating. Go run to where, like, lead them with action as well, not just saying it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So round four. These are specific rounds. So I'm gonna have the VOD up later tonight. It'll be there by tomorrow for you. Give me 1 second,
Okay.
and let me just close this. And so you can go back on the VOD, refer to it. I'm obviously not gonna be as detailed as the VOD, right? I'm gonna forget certain details. So, if we both forget or whatever, we can just go back to the VOD and watch it. So round 14 needs to calm that enemies are there, not really giving information. Oh, really only giving information when dead. We kind of went through that. Like, you need to really, really use your comms. I hear and be specific. If you hear two footsteps, one footstep, three footsteps, just tell them, guys, I hear three, right? They can automatically process that information by themselves. Obviously, you don't need to tell them, hey, there could be one lurk or whatever, but they can kind of get a gist of what's going on because you're
hmm
much higher than most of my students. Most of my students are bronze, silver, golds. I have a couple like ascendant, immortal students, but it's like you're in the bracket now where people start using their brain. Like obviously not well, but it's people
Yeah.
are starting to, they kind of know how to process the information. Like from your game, me watching, like already I know like certain people kind of just rotate properly, stuff like that. Like, but in the bronze levels, people just don't know any of these type of stuff, right? And I'm sure you do
hmm
too. Like you can process these informations as well. If like, for example, you see 4C long on the mini map, like you're probably gonna rotate over to C, right? Even if you're, especially
Yeah.
if your team is like, yo guys, they're coming up, right? Like you're not gonna just sit on A, but you did do that sometimes. But we'll get there.
Yeah.
But so that's that. Round 17, uh, needs to tell his team they going A, make a game plan. I can't remember exactly what happened when I wrote this down, but um I think you guys fully rotated. I could be wrong. You gotta watch the VOD for this one, but
I'll
I'm
watch
pretty
it.
sure you like whether it was A or C, you rotated too early, and then like I think you pretty much knew they were going A, and then you just didn't tell them, right? Like they didn't really know what's going on, so you gotta kind of portray that
Ah,
information, right? The next thing is that one's can't be as specific because I actually can't remember. I have a hard time remembering sometimes. There's just so much shit that I wrote down.
yeah.
So this one you remember, round 19, you're on defense, and your whole team had a full loadout buy with money. Like one guy had 5K, one guy had like 2.8, and like you're like kind of like trying to see what you can buy, and then you're like, oh, I don't have enough for a vandal, and then I told you, I'm like, just tell them to buy it to you, right? Like that kind of goes under the game sense fundamentals. Like you gotta know that they can buy it for you, and you just communicate. Like you're not communicating, right? Tell them, hey, and what happened when you told him to buy you it versus you just requesting it? That's a question.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
happened?
did buy it.
He bought it for you, right? You told him, hey, can you buy me
Yeah.
the vandal? And he automatically just instantly bought it. But you requested
Yeah,
it,
Rob.
and you're like waiting like 4 seconds. You're like nobody's gonna buy for you. Just tell him, bro,
Yeah.
can you buy for me? Like he's your teammate. He wants you to have a gun. He doesn't want you to have a sheriff and light armor. So use that to your advantage. Like your communication skills need a lot of work. Okay.
But I
That's
feel
it.
bad because that was
No, but why
was
feel
bottom
bad?
fragging.
Why do you feel bad?
Because I was bottom fragging, and I feel like that's
But that doesn't mean
pretty, like,
anything, right? Like
yeah, but
think about it
yeah,
this way.
fair.
What even like think I'll try to explain it to you where you can kind of understand. Like if I was in a game, okay, right, and we had money, and one guy doesn't have enough money, he can only really buy armor or like a sheriff. Me, I proactively be like, yo, I can buy you. They don't even need to ask me. I know that I have to buy for him, right? But
Okay.
in the lower levels, it's a little different. Like they're not gonna be aware. Like I'm super aware. I'm always pressing tab when the round starts. I'm making sure what their enemy money is, what our money is, right? How many alt orbs are people off from their alt, stuff like that. Like just round starts, look, hold tab, don't run to a site. You have 30 seconds to set up. Hold tab, look at the money. If you have the extra credits and the guy can't afford it, you tell the guy, hey, I can buy for you. Okay, and then he requests a gun. If you can't buy, you ask. You say, hey, can you buy me it? He'll buy it for you. Okay, so that's that for your communications. There's not too many cons, but they're all kind of ties into each other. It's like you need to talk more and really, really be more specific, and just be assertive, be a leader, and just don't be shy. Right? Like a lot of people are shy, but and don't feel bad, bro. You're playing Valorant. It's a 5v5 tactical shooter. You should never ever feel bad that they have to buy it for a bottom frag. Who cares, right? That's like a mental thing. Okay, so the next section is game sense. Round 6 on A, just randomly pushing, making bad plays, satcheling heaven, and then you guys lost the round. So I remember this round. You guys had a super sick entry, as in like your jet just killed 2. You guys had full sight. It was like I can't remember, but it was like 5v2 or a 4v2, something like that, and you just went like this.
Satchel out.
Like I can't really I don't really play Raze.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
You did whatever and you
Yeah.
satcheled up here, right? Like, bro,
Yeah.
like why are you doing that? And then the chamber was sitting in this right side corner, and then he literally just one tapped you and you died and you guys lost the round, right? Like think
Was he
about
on
it.
the left?
Yep, go ahead.
I thought he was, so basically I thought that I would catch him off guard doing that basically, but
But you didn't even know he was there. You didn't
Yeah.
you didn't satchel and look at him like you knew. Like you satcheled and started running down, and the guy was just sitting in a corner waiting for you. Like that's not catching him off guard. Catching him off guard would be pushing spawn and then maybe sneaking behind the guys that are coming, his teammates coming to rotate, and shooting him in the head. That's catching him off guard. You making full information, running down A. He can hear you, right? He's here. He's not retarded. He can hear you. And you just going like that. Like he can hear that you're jumping up. So what do you think he's gonna do when he's over here? He's not gonna run across and try to fight you. He's literally just gonna wait for you. That's all he has to do, right? Because
yeah.
more than most of the time, you're never, even if you do satchel here, you're not going to clear this because you're just going to assume, like, it was 4v2, right? How could he really be there? That's what you're thinking. But, he kind of played it much better than you. Like, he can hear you and stuff like that. So, and you guys lost the round. My point isn't that you died in here or you didn't know he was here. My point is that you shouldn't be doing this play in the first place. That's my point. You shouldn't be scaling heaven
Satchel out.
and just randomly just going up there for no reason. Okay. Obviously, it's situational. There are times you can do it when you have full information. For example, if your whole team took the site, it's 4v2, and then there's one of your teammate was mid. So there's three of you guys here, and there's one mid, and he saw both of them. He's like, "Yo, both mid." Okay, different story. But you had no information. You just threw,
Satchel out.
right? And
Satchel out.
think about it in the macro lens too. What was the score?
I think it was around, I don't know, like 9.
Bro.
No, not 8-3.
No, bro. It was 11-13. You were one round away from tying the game. That round would have been 12-11 your way. Do you understand?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Do you
Okay.
understand? Like, go look at your
Yeah.
match history. Go look at the game. You lost 11-13, and they got match point before you because you guys threw this round. So that's what I'm trying to help you understand is you throwing rounds leads you to losing games. You understand? Like, if you guys won this round, you guys would have guaranteed overtime. It would have been 12-11 your way, but you guys threw the rounds. That's what I'm trying to help you understand is you got to look at the bigger picture. Just because you're up rounds or whatever, or like, whatever, maybe you won the game, like, it doesn't mean that these rounds don't matter. Like, these rounds actually matter, right? Every round matters. These rounds give you an edge, okay? So that's this point. Don't go up here randomly. If you have information that they're all spawn or whatever, different story. But don't just randomly just go up there and just feed, okay? Number 2 of this section is round 7 tells team could be A long and doesn't tell Jet to smoke the angle. So this happened like 3 to 4 times where you guys are starting A. You know, right? You're a Plat player. You know that a lot of people like playing here, right? A lot of my other students won't understand this concept because they don't understand how better players play. You understand that people like to play this angle, right? Right? People always hold this headshot angle from this way or over here. You understand that. I can actively understand that you know that because you were jump peeking this angle all the time. So, or not all the time, but like once or twice. Like, you know someone likes to play there. So, in this instance, like, you didn't say anything because you yourself know people like to play that. You didn't say anything. You're like, what? And you just told them, hey guys, watch out, A. And they just ran down short. But once you get to the diamond plus, ascendant, low ascendant, high like low immortal, you're dead. If this isn't smoke start of the round, you're dead. They're gonna have an op. They're gonna have a lot of headshot angles, and at that level, people are sick aim. They're just gonna one tap you. Their crosshair placement is super good because they've practiced this angle. They've been in this situation a lot. But you need to just be proactive. You know they're gonna be there. Tell the Jet, yo Jet, smoke her cross, bro. So he'll
There.
throw his smoke, and then you guys can run down short together as a team or whatever. One guy can even come out the smoke late and try to kill this guy, right? Like, be proactive with the way you're thinking. You're just thinking that he's gonna be there, but think about it for your team. Like, obviously in this scenario, they ran down short and it was fine, like nothing happened, but the guy was still there. The chamber was there, but in a higher lobby, you guys are all dead. Like, no joke, all of you guys are dead.
Yeah.
Right. So you gotta really be proactive with what you know, your knowledge, and actually applying it. Yo, Jet, smoked across for you. The Jet would have just smoked this. You guys can go through short. One guy can go. You just start splitting A. Okay. The next thing is round 11. Team is full buy and he's on save. So this was on attack as well. You're like, you can watch the VOD. I don't remember. I didn't write down where it was, but it's kind of the same thing. Like, you were like here or something. You pressed tab and I saw that your whole team had a loadout, full armor, all utility, and you had light armor with the sheriff when you had money. Okay, I explained this to my last student too. It's the same thing problem he had. I told him, and this goes under game sense, right? Like fundamentals of economy, knowing how economy works, stuff like that. Bro, when your team is buying, you're buying. When they're buying when they're spending all their money, you're spending all their money. When they're saving, when they're buying pistols and light armor, you're buying pistols and light armor. You're not buying a gun. Okay, it's like a simple fundamental thing that you need to understand in Valorant. If your whole team is buying, you're buying. If they're saving, you're saving. Okay. Obviously, I explained to him as well. At the higher levels, there are times where you're on an eco, everyone will save, but one guy has enough money for a rifle. That guy will hero buy. It's called hero buying, where he'll try to win the round by himself or kill people so his team can come and pick up rifles, right? Because they're all on sheriffs. So that stuff you have to worry on later on when you get to like ascendant, maybe high diamond, low mid ascendant, all of ascendant, low immortal. But in your rank, you just gotta follow what they're doing. If they're all buying, or if they say, yo, save, just save with them. If they say, yo, guys, we need a force here, right? Whoever's IGLing, just listen to them. Just full buy and be aware. Like I said, press tab before the round. Just see what they're buying. You can, when you press tab, you can see their loadout change. Like they'll start buying guns and stuff. There's the credit goes down, so you can actively see what your team wants to do. Okay, that goes under the game sense. So another thing is round 11 doesn't really know how to scale take sight. So there was a lot of rounds. I didn't write where this was. I should have. That was on my fault. Even whether it was C, mid, A, like you don't know how to scale. There was one round where you just stood here, AFK when you guys
Yeah.
took the side, and then you just died. Like, bro, you know, like in a real life, are you gonna stand in the open in a like a wartime zone, like a war
No.
zone? No, you're gonna find cover, right? You're gonna make sure you're safe. You're gonna make sure your team's safe. You're gonna cover all the points of like retaking points, right? Because you're the attacking team. You cover all the entry points where you're coming in. They have to worry about the entry points, right? But you need to worry about the retake points where the defense team is gonna come in and flood out and kill your whole team or try to kill your team because that's their goal. You guys have the bomb down, but so you like you gotta make sure these points are covered. Like here, for example, here flank right on A for that's a specific example, but every map changes. Like if you were to entry on B, like where are they coming from? And that's a question. Where do
Oh,
you
the A and C.
right? A link, C link, and usually down grass. They come back down and try to flank you guys, right?
Yeah.
Right. You would have to cover it. But I remember there was a round on B as well. You guys entried, full entry, and you just stood here for the whole round until you died, and your whole team got wiped. Like you need to clear these angles that they're going to be. Obviously, it's scary, right? A lot of my students have problems with this. It's scared. They're fear. There's a fear factor in there where they don't want to die, but you're gonna die if you don't clear these angles. So you gotta clear them. Make sure no one's there. Then it's safe. I know that there's time for, you know, us to hold like not look at this because no, I just cleared it. If I clear this angle and this angle, and I go here, like I kind of know it'll take 5 seconds for someone to walk down, and I can kind of just relook, right? So you gotta clear these.
But
Yep.
sorry, but the A-Link was smoked off.
Regardless,
was the
whether
thing
it's
around.
smoked off or not, like you need to be proactive. Go in the
There.
smoke, hold the space, go back
There.
side, hold back side. You can hold both points with one location, right? That's the beauty of backside. That's why so many people play backside. Be proactive. Hide in a corner, maybe. Like you were, I'm not even joking. Watch the VOD. You were just right here, like not even tucked.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you were just here, AFK, just like, and your whole team died. Okay, so we gotta kind of actively think about those things. And why I'm being hard on you is because you're a plat player. Like I tell my students all the time that are higher level than you know plat. Like there's a certain standard, right? You want to climb to diamond or ascendant. If you want to be at that level, there's a certain standard you need to meet in terms of your movement, positioning, knowledge, right? How to take, how to
Yeah.
clear angles, how to hold them, timings. You know, I hear three link or like you know communications, whatever it may be. Like there's a certain standard, right? Because you understand this stuff. It's not like you don't understand. It's just you're not applying it, right? A lot of my
Okay.
lower level students, they can't even understand and they can't apply it, but at least you can understand what I'm trying to say. It's like, right, take the space, right? Take
Yeah.
this whether it's smoked off or not, I don't care. Just be proactive. Go in the space, smoke and hold it maybe, or go backside. You can even leave, right? The simple, safest thing is to, the bomb is here,
There.
plan it for long, just leave. Go hold this, right? So that's that. Round 15, not really where slash helping. He's AFK. So this was on defense. I should have wrote what round. I can't remember. Oh yes, yeah,
I
I
think
remember.
it's
I
not
remember. I
defense,
remember now
defense.
because I wrote not really aware slash helping. He's AFK anchoring, can take space. So right here, they were actively going down garage slash C. I can't remember exactly where. You can watch on the VOD.
Oh
And
yeah.
you remember this round, right? You were
Yeah.
literally AFK. Like you would hold this and then come back, and then you just stand here and like I don't even remember if you cleared this, but you just came back again. You're just like looking at the mini map, it's just AFK, and then you just started running. Like bro, take space. So you know
Yeah.
you want to, you know what I tell my students is space is information, right? Because let's use a specific scenario. They're going C, their garage and C long, right? You can clear your corners. Obviously, like, you know, I'm not perfectly doing it, right? Like, because people can be here, but let's say you come wide, and then you clear this, you come back, and then you start walking up or running up because you see 4. You start running, right? You're always clearing your corners when you're running because people are in unexpected spots at the higher levels, like Diamond Plus, right? People like to sit for the rotations, like
Mhm.
clear all your angles, right? Like, and then make your flank, like, because when you can see my pings, right? When you come down like this, and they're all starting over here ish, you've gained so much information. Your team, like, there's vision cones in this game, right? You can see what your team's looking at. So when you're running down
Yeah.
long and your team's actively telling you, yo, there's 4 or 5 here, you know that no one's going to be here. You can use that information. You start running down, clear your corners just in case their comms are bad. Like they saying there's 5 there, but there's only 3 and there's like 2 lurking. Sometimes that happens. So you got to be vigilant, right? Clear your corners and run down. And this information, once they see you run down here and you're not dead, they automatically know where the teammates are at the higher levels. Maybe not in your lobbies, but at the higher levels, they automatically can deduct that they're going to be in this general area, right? There's only really
Mhm.
3/3 of every Valorant map, like A, mid, and then C. Obviously, this map is A, B, C, but it's still 3 really choke point entry points. There's a little bit of a
Yeah.
garage, so it's like maybe you can say it's like 3.5 and sewer 2, so it's like 4 maybe, but generally you kind of get what I'm saying, right? Like there's like 3/3 of the map, 1/3 here, like 1/3 here, 1/3 here. So when you walk down 1/3 of the map, they automatically know, like, yo, they can only be on 2/3 of the map, so mid, garage, outside B, and C long, right? So
Mhm.
that's kind of the whole thing about taking spaces. It really, really, really is valuable because if you know how to take space and lurk and timing people and stuff like that, or just hold down the space, you bring so much value to your team because it's not about holding the space really. It's more about the information. You holding that space gives you the information that nobody is there, right? Whether it's
Yeah.
B or C or A. So that's that. Okay. Round 4. So with that, I'll just say just be a little bit more proactive. Don't AFK your brain. Don't AFK just looking at the minimap. I can understand if you're making a point that, hey, I'm going to anchor, but you'll hear me in the stream too. I said he can hold an angle where you cover both points. You can sit here, right? This holds A and
Mhm.
short. You just sit here forever.
Yeah.
That's fine. But the way you're anchoring is terrible. You're just like here, holding this. You come back here, AFK, because at the higher levels, people are gonna walk up. You're never gonna hear them. So like, especially when they're looking, so they're gonna timing you, right? You're gonna be looking there, but this guy
Mm.
just walks up. You're gonna be going back short, and he's already up, right? There's a lot of those timings at the higher level. Okay, so this is
Okay.
something you have to actively think about. Round 14 doesn't even know if enemy took bomb. So this was on A. You were dead. This wasn't like specifically about you being alive, but this comes into the game sense. Like you gotta know if they took the bomb or not. Like you kind of saw it too, like after they peaked, and you're like, oh, it's not there, but you assumed that they took it, right? But it was
Yeah.
a 2v1 situation. Chamber was short. Like as soon as the
There.
bomb dies for me, I kind of can see it on the mini map because my team will vision cone it, and I actively take a mental picture, right? Like when I was watching this round, I was like he didn't take the bomb. Like he's still short. He never came out, right? Your team never said he came out.
Okay.
The chamber was like here. And then but you were saying by yourself like, oh my god, he has bomb. I think you even said it to your team like, oh, he's got bomb. But then the vice re-peaked and it was still there, right? And you're like, oh, it's there, right? Like these things are just game sense and like a little bit of, you know, mental imaging, like making like that you'll use down the line at higher lobbies that you need to use because if you gave the comm that he took it, what if they just started running C and then this guy just heard 2 people run? It's a 1v2 for him. So now he knows sight's
Mhm.
clear. He heard 2 people, so he has a free sight. He'll just wait for them to run all the way C and then plant, and then he can get a crazy post plant in a 1v2 where he plants in
There.
the wide open and he plays a weird angle. People won't know where he is. Okay.
Okay.
Round 18, and again, you can always go back to the VOD if I'm talking too fast or you don't understand. So that's why I record these sessions.
Mhm.
Round 18, just satcheled out garage door. This is on defense and didn't clear anything. I hope you know this round
Oh
where the sage
god,
was
bro.
sitting in this corner, right?
Yeah.
Like this, and at this, like you kind of waited. I don't remember exactly where you came from, whether it was door or down here. It doesn't really matter. You were in this general area and
Yeah.
you waited. Like it wasn't start of the round satcheling out, but you waited probably. I could be wrong. It's probably like 5 to 10 seconds, maybe around there, and then you
Mhm.
just didn't clear anything. You just kind of looked. I think you saw the jet, and you just
Satchel out.
Or no, you didn't even see the
Satchel
jet.
out.
You just kind of satcheled out. You didn't even ult out. This wasn't the round where you ulted out. You just satcheled out because like they were like going A or C or something. I don't remember exactly, but and then the sage just sat here and killed you, right? You need to before you make that play, or if you make that play, it has to be definitive. Like the guy's like, "Yo, 5A." Okay, now you know nobody's mid. Like right, like it's for sure. But it wasn't for sure. You only saw 2 or 3, and you satcheled out without clearing anything. At the higher levels, not your lobbies, a lot of people play here, and this angle's a hard angle to clear because people don't expect people to cross over that fast, so they'll just automatically come out and they're dead. So you gotta be really, really vigilant and proactive. Clear this angle, right? No one's there. I start looking here, clearing this, slice the pie, right? And then, you know, for me, I always clear this angle because I understand it's super common, right? And that kind of comes with map knowledge. Like you're gonna learn these spots where 90% of the population plays there all the time, and it just becomes such a silly thing, right? When you don't clear these common angles, right? Because people just being vigilant, proactive. Just clear it. Clear this first. Come out. Start slicing window. Because this angle, they can't really see you right here. They can see your gun maybe, but they can't shoot at you. They can't kill you unless this wall is wall banged broken already. Okay? So when you peek like this, you actually have the advantage from the guy holding because you already know you just have to put your crosshair where his head is and just swing and you have peeker's advantage. Okay? So make sure we're being vigilant before we make those type of high risk plays because it's a high risk play. You only saw 2 or 3 on the other sides and you just went pew 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 and then she killed you, right? So like really be vigilant because if you want to climb, play with the better players, they're gonna be in super unexpected spots. So you gotta be clearing everything. Everything. I mean everything. Even if they say there's 5A, you're clearing something because people get their comms wrong all the time. Where they say there's 5A and there's only 3, right? And there's like 2 mid. Like that happens so much in my lobbies. Next thing is, so this is the last one for game sense. There's some other notes for positioning and aim that obviously revolves around game sense too, but this is like the generic game sense type mental type plays. Round 21 only sees 1C and mindlessly. Yeah, so I remember this round. You were A or B, can't remember where. And yeah, you're A, I'm pretty sure, because you're playing A a lot. And the Vice was set up C. This was late game, round 21. So this was like, it was like 12-9 for them because you guys were coming back. So there was one Vice here, like, and then one more spawn. Like you guys kind of had 2 on C, and you saw the jet. Remember when he came down this way, logs, and he was fighting the Vice, and he killed 2. Or no, they killed the jet. I remember they killed the jet, and you just started running, and the Vice wall was still up C long. And then there was a sage long, and then like a couple mid, and then you just kind of just sat here and just like, and then you were worried that they could go back, but you just gotta be proactive here and understand what's really going on. Identify the situation. Okay, I'm here, right? Vice is here on the site, has all their utility. Jet dashes out. My 2 teammates killed him. There's no more noise. Like the wall doesn't go up. I'm not seeing red question marks. They're not telling me they're in. Right? Just sit here. This is called anchoring, right? Just sit. You don't have to sit on the site, perhaps, per se, right? Because obviously there's risk to you solo being there if 4 of them run up. Maybe play a retake angle where you hold this where no one can come out of A. They can be on A, but that's okay because then you'll just play retake, right? Let's say, for example, they cleared all of mid, all of garage, all of C long. You actually hear 4, right? You're telling them, guys, they're here now. So there's 2 here, 1 here, or 1 here. So there's like 4 on that side. You're solo, right? They killed a jet. It's 5v4, and then you just sit here so no one can walk out. Obviously, you're hoping someone holds mid as well, so they don't slurk up and kill you unexpectedly. So that kind of comes with your game says is be proactive and kind of think a little bit more deeper. You have a Vice, okay? That's a Sentinel. A Vice and another teammate on C. To me, that shows me that like that second guy doesn't even have to be there. Vice can be there alone because she has all her utility, right? Sentinels are a role where they're almost it's almost mandatory, not all the time, but most of the time it's mandatory for them to hold not man I shouldn't say mandatory, but most of the time they're expected to hold down sites by themselves, right? You see it all the time.
Yeah.
A cipher, a chamber, they'll hold down 2/3 of the map by themselves. They just need one piece of
Yeah.
utility and their body, like the trip or the chamber trap, right? So right there, I already know, because if the wall is long and Vice is there, I can sit here and my team can kind of work mid, and the Vice can even go spawn, and then we can retake C together. They can kind of stack mid, right? So just kind of think about these things a little bit more deeply. You just mindlessly, you saw the jet die and you ran C, because this isn't efficient pathing, right? Now what if they rotated A? They're A. Or the guy already lurked, he heard you running off A, and he lurked up, and now he's spawned, and then you rotate back and you're dead. Because a lot of the times that's what happens is when you rotate too quickly. People are sitting short, right? Look at my sound radius, right? You know what that is, right? People can hear up to here.
Yeah.
So if I'm running here, all of long and short can hear me, right? So things like that we have to work on, okay?
Okay.
The next thing is movement and positioning. There wasn't too much here, but you do. I noticed in the beginning of the game, like I was trying to identify if you have an aim issue, game sense issue, movement issue, and from what I saw, you mainly have a movement issue slash game sense issue. Like if I were to choose one or the other, you probably have a way bigger movement issue than a game sense issue, even though they're both really bad. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll kind of go quickly through them. So round 4 on A post plant. This is the one round we talked about. We can kind of skip through that, but you guys executed, entried, and you were just standing here and you died and your whole team just got wiped. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure you lost the round though, right? Like, bro,
Yeah.
like
We lost.
stay default, jiggle heaven, and then you come back, jiggle spawn. You can do so much on the site. You can sit short if you don't want to jiggle and give away information. Just sit here, right? A lot of people play graffiti, right? Because you're attacking. A lot of people play here on the off angle. Or one guy, they'll have a crossfire. One guy's holding this, one guy's graffiti, right? Like you see that a lot in the higher level. Like people are playing with each other, but you're just here playing with your cock. Like it's tough, right? Like there's so
Yeah.
many angles where it's not covered, as in the flank guy can kill you, like let's say for example, or the guy, I think you died from heaven, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Like guys can walk out, run out, and you can't even see them. You're just standing here and you weren't even holding. It's not even like you were holding this or like spamming or like holding or like trying to watch flank. Like you were just like this, like you're just licking the walls, right?
Yeah.
And you can kind of see why that's a problem. I don't have to explain that too much. Like you're just out in the open. You would never do this in a real wartime tactical strategy moment, like, right? They'll strip you of your badge or medal or whatever. Next thing is, yeah. So I wrote AFK at the middle of the site, ended up losing round. So you did lose a round. Round 7, Garage Heaven. Okay, so yes, I remember this round. So I also noted in this same note that, remember that satchel play, so it's kind of combined with that, where you went to heaven. There was a round early on, round 7, where they were going C, okay? And the guy's by himself. You're the duelist, and you're just running into spawn, and then you just ran here, and then you just started fighting the chamber, and the chamber killed you. Like, bro, like, what are you doing, right? They're on C. Help your teammate. In the higher levels, they'll never leave this guy by himself planning the bomb, okay? They're gonna cover for him. This guy's planning, they're holding the angle so people don't walk out. They're holding garage, right? They're all on site. If the bomb is on site, it means that you're on site as well. Don't just AFK down, run it down their spawn. Like, I'm not really sure what you were thinking. Like, you're just going here like this, because the pathing, right? If the bomb is planted C, like, and let's say you have a free site or whatever, you actually killed 1 or 2, like, where are they coming from?
Oh, D-Link and Garage.
Anywhere else from here, this general area, right? And so that means they're coming from right to left, from A, B, whether it's spawn, link, down mid, even behind you, if they flanked and they heard, so they start coming to garage. Like, you're dead at the higher levels. Like, obviously we have sick aim, sick movement, sick game sense, where like you're waiting for him to run out. That's a different story. But you just kind of just went like this, and then you're just like doop, 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 and you died. Right? Most people that play this angle will wait. They'll wait here on an off angle, because when defenses retake on C, they always try to get garage control and grass. The last guy might come through here, clear this, make sure there's always nobody under here, come here, they clear this box, and they kind of come out here, clear this. That way, they understand when they clear this on retake that there's no late lurk. Obviously, if they come back down after they clear, it's a different story, but they actively will go out one step, and then they come back, get ready for a
There.
retake. People will be here, ready. Because there's only 2 points of a retake on this site, right? Think about it on an attack team. What do you have to cover? What points of attack do you cover? Here
There.
and here on the retake. And that's why a lot of people play here. A lot of people will play up here. A lot of people will be here. A lot of people will be here. Like this guy, this spot's usually very good because you can cover both spots that they're coming out of, right? And that's why a lot of the higher levels will always clear this angle because it's a hard angle. When they try to clear the hard angles first. That way they can, because it's information. If I'm retaking and I clear this, I automatically know nobody's here, so I'm safe to swing out or kill the guy default, right? Or look main, hold main for my team while they're coming out, etc., etc. The next thing is round 10, going A, entry, crouching, spraying again. I wrote again because there's probably somewhere down the line where you did it, and I saw it multiple times. Where you probably remember this round. You guys were going A. You were solo long, or like one guy behind you. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure you're solo long, and you guys pinged the chamber here. Remember that round? He was default, and and then you died. You didn't even spam him properly. You went like this, and then like they just kind of. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I could be wrong. You can watch the VOD, but they pinged the chamber here. Like he was trying to get the dart or some shit, and you instantly you're just crouch spamming, like spray and pray.
Yeah.
Not even like a controlled spray where you're just instantly deleting him because you see him. You're just like your crosser's going crazy, and then the guy just peeked you and you died. Like bro, like he's pinged, busy. Here's 3 people. Just start running and clear him. Okay? Obviously, in a
Okay.
perfect world, this is gonna be smoked. This is gonna be smoked, so you can only focus on the site, right? It's easier for your team to focus on killing this guy. But he stood here AFK, and he didn't even die from your spam. Like it's useless, inefficient movement. You're just like, and then you just died, right? Like what I would have do is, obviously I would have killed him. I would have put my crosshair at his head and just burst. Obviously, if he's not dead, then I would have to swing. But my point is that you kind of have to just stop instant crouch spamming or spraying or just panicking in general. You know, you can just run because your team was coming out too. If you die like this, it's fine. They're gonna come from the other side and kill them. Okay.
Okay.
You're rounding corners a lot. This is a generic one, not round specific. Instead of peeking angles like this, side to side, like I'm lagging a bit, sorry. You're just like walking out the corners like this, right? If this guy was here, most people will clear the angle like this or like this because they know it's definite he's there. So they headshot, they pre-aim and they try to kill him headshot, right? Because this swing is faster. But you're clearing corners like this. Like where it's not even sliced up high or like a swing. You're just rounding the corner where if a guy's here, he can see you, you're dead. Okay, he can see your gun before, so he's gonna be ready for you. That information, that split second where he can see you, he's gonna be ready to kill you. So stop rounding your corners. If you're gonna, if you know he's there, obviously it's situational, but you know, like you don't want to make noise or like it's a 1v1. You can kind of slice the pie a little bit. I wouldn't recommend that. I would just swing him because you just pre-fire his head. Boom, he's dead. You can even jiggle a little bit. Okay. The next thing is round 16. Took space down. See, I remember this round, bro. It was, it was bad. Round 16 took space, and remember, like I'm not here trying to bash you and say you're a bad player, but I'm just trying to help explain and show why your decision making is bad, right? Because we gotta
That's fine.
improve on it, right? You're not perfect.
Yep.
Even me, I'm not perfect. There are times I make bad decisions, but it's all about making sure that that decision is somewhat optimal. It's the best play that you can do. Whether the result is you dying or you killing 5, it doesn't matter. You gotta make sure you're doing the most optimal play. So round 16, they were like making a lot of noise mid and A, and you walk down, which I love. This kind of goes back to the take. This is the one time you really did it well, where you took this space because you kind of understand whether they told you or not. They're all towards mid or A, okay? And this got you information. Like I was looking at the mirror, I'm like, okay, they're all mid and A, and you got here, which I love. but then you just started walking out and they killed you,
Yeah.
right? You need to, and I kind of wrote, it's like, uh, I wrote, needs to identify what's going on and not hesitate on decisions, because it's almost like you just don't know what to do, slash, like, you're worried, like, there's a little bit of a hesitation, and then you just walked out and died. Like, you can actively hear him. I actively heard like two or three grass, and you even said it. You're like, garden, garden. Remember? You're like, garden,
Mhm.
and then you just walked out and died, bro. You gotta just identify. So if I made it up to here, what I would do is jiggle, so that way no someone whoever's holding the wide swing angle or the walkout angle, I don't die. I would jiggle this a little
Mhm.
bit. Let's say once I got to here and jiggled it, my team starts telling me, yo, they're rotating. They're going back to you, right? I would have to make a decision. Okay, what is their pathing going to be? Are they going to come down mid towards garage to go NC? Or are they going to... Because people are different. Everyone's different. There's some people that like to take spawn to go back C when they're rotating like this. Some people like going
Mhm.
through mid because it's faster, but there's more angles to clear, right? That's why people like going spawn. It's safer. But so you would have to understand, you would have to actively think about this in this specific moment. Okay, are they gonna go through mid? And let's say you hear three going down grass, you automatically have to start walking
There.
back. You can't go behind them. It's too slow if you're shift walking, because they're gonna take garage, clear it, and they're on C. So what you have to be
Okay.
thinking is like, oh fuck, I hear three garden. I'm pretty sure they're gonna go garage, right? You start walking back. You don't run because they can hear you from there. So you run, and then you kind of, because this is what I do, and it catches so many people off guard, where I take control and C, and at the higher levels they're more efficient, so they like to go through the quicker angles, which is mid, and they're good at
Mhm.
corner clearing, so they go through mid instead of coming back C long, because they understand there's threats here as well hiding in corners. So when I hear them actively going through garage, I already know, yo, they're gonna go see through garage. So I'll walk, pretend I'm walking, and then I'll set myself
Mhm.
somewhere here
There.
or here where I wait, and I don't just come back and wait and hold this. Okay, why? I'll explain. Because I understand I really only heard two or three, right? So
Yeah.
usually what happens is there's always someone coming late, or he's either looking through their, like, our spawn, or someone's gonna come really late, because there's always people like holding or whatever. Maybe there's a lurker. They were the last. They were kind of making noise for the team to rotate, and they start coming back late, right? That's
Mhm.
the case a lot. So you gotta not just run, like shift walk and only look there. So when I'm here, I hear them, right? Like, let's say I jiggle, nothing's there, and then my team tells me, yo, they're rotating back to you, and then I start hearing them running back to me down grass. I'm like, oh fuck, they're coming. I would kind of go like this, and then I'd watch this to make sure no straggler is walking behind, so I don't get shot in the back, because that happened to me a lot in the mid levels, where I'm making the right play, but I'm not being proactive. I'm not kind of predicting that there's one late. So, and then
Mhm.
they
There.
always plant for long. Like, this site is almost 99, maybe 90% long plant, because it's just so good versus a site plant, right? And that's why
Mhm.
I'll come back here, I'll wait. Like, let's say they're in garage now, so I cross over because I want a better spot, and I'll just hold this, because a lot of times people will walk up. They won't really run. If they run, it's better, because then you can just hear them and know. But a lot of times they'll walk up. You hold this just in case. Like, I'll go back and forth. Are they out? And then I'll go like this. Are they out? Right? They start planting the bomb. I hear
Nice.
them all out. I'll kill the planner. You always kill the planner first, because then they have to re-get on the bomb and plant. And then I'll kind of hold this. Okay, it's been like 20 seconds. Okay, I kind of know no one's there. And then let's say I hear all of them on C again. And I should just start fighting them from here. Because this space is so important. Where
Okay.
your team is retaking, they're going to take control of spawn. They're going to clear garage, where they can only be in certain spots of this site where it's so easy to deduct, right? They're gonna be here, here maybe, not even all the time. Here a lot, right? Logs a lot, default a
There.
lot, right? It becomes a math equation. Like, can we deduct where
Yeah.
they are? So, that's kind of the pros of taking space. You cut a lot of the info off, because let's say you didn't take this, right? They came through. You guys were ready for retake. They came to garage. Like, you gotta be worried about a lot more, right? They can even come back long to grab late flank, but when
Mhm.
you have long, they cannot do that anymore. They can only really beat grass already. They can't do those late plays. They might come late spawn or something like that, when, like, you guys are going out and the guy starts lurking up, but that's a different story. So that's why I like what you did, the thought process of, okay, they're all mid A, let me take the space, but I just don't like how you played it. Like you
Okay.
just walked out. But I love this play so much. You don't see it from low level players. Okay, you need to just jiggle. No one's there. No one's holding me. And then let's say they're playing slow. Like you don't hear them actively running into garage. Like, and then you just kind of make sure you're clearing your angles. They're not hiding. And then you come behind them and you're gonna timing them and kill them. Okay, but you don't just like let's say you jiggle. They're not there. You don't just walk like this. Just look and because you hear them and you're just getting ready. Clear your angles. Be proactive. Right. Make sure that guy's not gonna come late. Clear this corner.
Mhm.
Right? Come back and then just you kill them in grass, right? If they're playing slow, like they're not running in. But if you're running in, you gotta make that decision. Like, oh fuck, they're gonna go see through garage, and then you start walking. You look at the minimap, get the information, right? Okay, he's not out. I'm gonna get a
Yep.
better position. I'm gonna hold here just for the late guy. Okay, they're planning now. Kill the planner. Boom, and I can come back. You don't just start fighting 3 people. Kill the planner and you wait. You just tuck because they can't push you. If they push you, they're dead. Your team's coming behind them. Okay. So
Okay.
that's that one. I know that one was a long one, but I'm just trying to help you understand, like,
Oh, it's good.
like how you played it was terrible, but the thought process was lovely. 10 out of 10 thought process. Let me take space. Let me get the information. It's just the way you played this ending was terrible. Was terrible. You just
Yep.
swung 3 people, walked down, and you're dead. So the last
Yep.
section will be utility
Utility.
usage. Round 6, Raze bot could be better at A long. So there was a round you guys entered into A, and you're solo long. They all went short. Okay, I could be wrong. There could be one behind you, but I'm pretty sure, like 80% sure that you were by yourself and your whole team. It was a jet. He went crazy. He killed 2. Okay, he was short. He killed 2, and you just stood here, and then you kind of.
Satchel out.
I remember you used your bot like a
Bomb
like a
back out.
retarded bot, like this. Like not like with the satchel,
Bomb
but
back
you
out.
bought it like this.
Yeah.
Like what does this bot do? Nothing. They cleared
Yeah, I
short,
was. Yeah.
and you're already here. Like if they're here on my ping, right? Like they went through sewer. Like I tell my students this all the time. Whether you're entering or retaking, the movement has to be on the same page individually. So if they're up here, okay, you shouldn't be here,
Mhm.
right? And that I'm sure that makes sense to you. Like why would I be here when my team is on site? Or like even
Yeah.
main. Why would I be here when they're up here? Right? You want if they're up
Mhm.
there, I should be up here as well, long, ready to trade with them and fight with them. So they were up long, jet killed 2 like here, and you were still here, stuck, doing nothing, like not even looking heaven. You just threw this random ass
Go get 'em.
satchel bot, like a bot, and then you started going up when they're already cleared everything, right? I told my last student this too, is that a duelist's role, you're the first point of attack. Like your jet was doing it properly. He was going in first, clearing the hard angles, killing people. But you weren't doing that at all. You maybe did it once or twice throughout the whole game, but you a lot of the time, and I wrote this too as a general note, as you bait way too much. Like you're here, I know you're looking at this mini map. Your team is up killing and taking the site, and you're just kind of like straggling behind them doing nothing, and you're just letting them do all the work. That's not a duelist's goal. Your goal is to entry, is to go in, get information, because when you clear these corners, that's information. You know this whole section of the map, this site is free. So now you can work towards the second section of the map, which is usually back site slash spots where it's near backside, right? We clear this. Okay, now we know we have the site for free. We clear it here, right? Now we can. Now, if you really wanted to push spawn, this is the opportunity to. You've cleared the whole site where your team is safe. Now you can scale to the third section, which is spawn, right? And these sections, obviously, people love to push spawn because you get easy free kills. But if you do this
Mhm.
much better, you're gonna be able to do it way more faster. That leading you to being in position better, where you're already out here and they were running towards his teammates, right? But like if the way you did it, you'd probably be here stuck and they're already there. I'm just saying that's not the case, but you kind of see how
Yeah.
efficiency leads into your movement, as in you're gonna have a better timing. You're gonna be here killing 2 people running at you knife out instead of you walking out into 2 or 3 people holding you. Okay, so that's kind of the difference maker in these rounds. And as a duelist, the padding is kind of bad on your side. Like here, you send this back
Bomb
side
back out.
because they cleared short. Okay, you don't want someone to timing peek you. So I would
Satchel out.
send this,
Bomb
while they're not up here, not when they're here, when they're here. Because that's kind of where you should be. You're going to be here. And then they clear short, and then you start going. You send this backside. Perfect roll. This would be smoke. You come wide. You clear this. And then you hold. The long guy's duty is always clearing this and this. Usually. The short guy's duty is usually always clearing this. Like, when they come through short, they're going to kind of clear this first always, right? And then they clear this off angle always, right? And then he's gonna clear this. So you gotta have his back too, because if this guy's playing off angle and he sees them come up like that, he's dead. So that's your job to, you know, I explained to another student, you always, right? Like if I would come through from main, smoke this off always. Don't just swing. Let's say it's smoked. You walk through the smoke, right? Or even if it wasn't smoked, you would pre-aim where he is. You look right, because people love the timing there, and then you hold the off angle. People love playing in this corner. I'm not sure in your games, but in my games, people love playing in here, these off angles. So this is your job as a long on A. You clear this. Your guys are here. They cleared this section. You put this. You come wide. Everything's smoke. Perfect world. You clear this, and then you clear this for your team. They clear this, and you guys come out together. Clear the second section. Clear backside, and then you clear and under hell, and then you guys would. You know, in my lobbies, no one really pushes this that often. Because it's always smoked off. You know, it's all situational. But if there's 5 alive, you're not gonna push that, like, or go up heaven, right? Like we discussed. Just pick your spots. You can even go up here and kind of just have an off angle. You can be hell a lot of the times, holding the come out, the walk out, because people don't run out like this a lot of the times. They try to look, like they walk out. So you're gonna kill them when they're holding there. Okay. So next thing is round 9, going C, try to satchel into site. I remember this site thing. This is just a little bit of, like, obviously practice and stuff like that. Not really much of an issue. I know you're good at satcheling. It's just like we can't get these satchels wrong, right? Like you satcheled and you were like this in the air.
Satchel out.
Like you didn't get outside. Remember that round? Like you gotta just right. This is kind of like you gotta be, you know, consistent with this. Obviously, it's practice. That's not too big of a issue. The next thing is round 12, doesn't use any utility for his team in garage. So I remember this round. I can't remember where you were. I think you were like mid, like by yourself, but they started, or C long. Okay, they all started rushing in, and you just sat mid, or I don't remember where, but you just like kind of AFK. Like, bro, use your utility. You're a duelist. You're the first point of attack. Clear this corner, right? The bot has this, so you can look left. Throw your nade up here, and then start scaling. Come out. Clear this corner. Clear this corner. Clear log. Clear platform. Right? Like, you gotta really, really, really work on this stuff, because it can't. Like I said, this ties into your movement, game sense, awareness, being proactive. Like, it's just so many categories that's a part of your game. Okay, and if you don't do this right, it's gonna be really, really hard for you to climb to the higher levels. You gotta do the basic stuff easy, right? This should have just been a no-brainer. My team's going garage. I'm gonna lead them into garage. I'm the duelist. I explained to my student. It's like, think about it, an arrow. You're not the feathers on an arrow. Okay, that's not your role. That's more the sentinel or the support role, right? Like, it helps the arrow spin, right? And whatever the trajectory, it helps whatever it may be. You're the point. You're the point of the attack. You're the point of the arrow. That means, what does that mean? You go in first, right? That's what the point of the arrow does. Is it goes into the target, and that target for this example would, you know, would be the site. You're the first point that breaks the defensive line, and that's what you kind of have to think about. When you come in like this by your first, your team's gonna be behind you. Okay, they're the support, so they're gonna trade you if you die. Your goal obviously to kill 1 or 2, right? That's the best outcome possible. But there's a lot of times, especially at the higher levels, where your main goal is just to get on site and clear these hard angles for your team, where they gain the information. Like, that's like, I'm really bad at satcheling, but you just you satchel in, and you clear this corner. You look like right. You just cleared all of this by 1 satchel, and your team doesn't have to clear it. So that's kind of your role, as a information gathering role when you're attacking. Is like, because if you, let's say you satcheled out and then you died, right? This guy, there's like 2 people shooting you in the air. Like, your team kind of knows where they are, right? So
Yeah.
they've gained information off your death. So people think dying on Duelist is terrible, but no, that as long as you're entering and doing your job, like you've done your job, there's not much else you can do if you get unlucky, like get sprayed through a smoke or this guy's just holding you, one taps you, crazy flick on you, whatever it may be. Okay, so
Yep.
don't worry, I'm gonna send you this link so you can kind of go through it, this list. Let's go through your pros, okay? Um, I mean, when I look at this list, you have pretty good pros. Obviously, it needs to get worked on. Obviously,
Mhm.
I didn't really talk about your aim too much because from what I saw, your aim was pretty good. Obviously, you're negative. You probably, was nervous or, a little bit unlucky, stuff like that, right? Like, it's only one game I'm watching you play. I'm not gonna solely base how you are as a player off this game, but these are the things I saw, right? The mistakes or the
Yeah.
strengths. So from this game, which will, in a macro lens, it's probably really the big issues that you're having. But so round one I'm not gonna be too specific on your pros because we don't really need to work on them, like as in like really dissect them. You just have to keep improving them, right? So I'm just go
Yep.
through the list. So this is the comms section. Round one on garage, comms are specific. Like you said something very specific. You could probably watch the VOD. I can't remember what you said, but you were like calling out a specific comm, which is very good. That's a high level way of communicating.
Mhm.
Round 17, comms were good. Chamber 1 HP. Like you told him, guys, Chamber's 1 HP, and they killed him easily off that, right? Like that's a high level comm. Because if you didn't tell him he's 1 HP, they wouldn't try to fight him, right? They would probably just run away or something. So that comm helped you kill them, you know. So round 3, it's gonna be um going A, use his utility pretty well. So that's round 3. You can take a look where I wrote 7 out of 10. Like you did well. Like you threw the nade mid side and like you sent a bot. I can't remember exactly what happened, but you can watch that. Round 5, it's that shouldn't be there in comms, but it's okay. That should be more utility usage. But round 5 could hold on to his entry Raze ult a bit longer. I remember this round, but I can't remember what site. I think it was. Let me try to think.
B. A. Sorry. No,
Was it
CT. I think it
A?
was
I
B.
think it was C or garage or something where, or like B, or
Was.
I think it was B. You ulted in, right?
My
And
ult's
you
ready.
insta ulted. I just trying to remember where it was. Fuck, it was like C or something. Like you
Oh yeah,
just
I misclicked.
no, you didn't even misclick. Like you just ulted too early, right? Like especially when you saw nobody. So I'll try to show you on A. So for example, you ulted, right? You kind of just went like, and then just shot it. Like what you need to do is hold on to it, even if it runs out, because as a defense, what are they gonna do when they hear you ult? That's a question.
I'll just go back. They're just gonna like
They're gonna run
try and evade
away,
it.
right? Like, are they gonna stand here and hold you
No.
when they hear a Raze ult? No, they're gonna start booking it and wait until you shoot it, right? They're gonna want actively listen to see if you shot the rocket or wait long enough where it's not in your hands anymore, right? So, but the problem
Okay.
here is that you use your ult and use it right away. So if I'm a defender, okay, this is how I'd react. Oh shit, ult. I would start running, and then you shot it, like, oh, it's gone. And then they would come back. So
Yeah.
you need to
Yeah.
use that as a space-making material, like the sound, just the sound. I ulted, they're gonna run
Yeah.
away for 10 seconds until they hear this. Then they understand. Good players understand. Yo, it's gone, no Raze ult, and they're gonna come back, right? But if you did it so fast, I'll show you. Like you entry it in, right? And then you just like shot it. They just automatically retake that small space. Like it's not even enough time where they're gonna be far away. Okay, they're just this would it be? Oh fuck, Raze ult. Oh, he shot it, right? That's kind of what it would be. But if you took
Yeah.
long, oh shit, Raze ult. They don't hear it, you shoot it. It goes like 10 seconds go by or you shoot it, okay, it's gone. And they come back, right? This space is really important as well because, it takes longer for them to retake and it gives you more time to set up as an attacking team. Okay?
Right.
Right. Round 19 makes the correct prediction. So there was the round where you were like, yo, he's gonna come mid, the jet, and then he killed both of your teammates, remember? And this guy was just standing here AFK.
Yeah.
Obviously that's a little bit unlucky, but that was good, right? You actively used your brain. He was garage. he wasn't showing anymore. Like, where can he really go? He can really only come
Yeah.
through C to spawn or back mid to B, and that's what he did. So you anticipated his movement, his pathing, and made the correct call. You told your team. So that's something I liked about your game, that you can kind of understand that, right? So that shows me that you
Mhm.
have a lot of potential to be a much better player, because shit players don't have that built in. Okay, you had that built in. It kind of reminds me of me. Like some students will watch me play, or like I'll make a prediction, as in like we're fighting mid, noise cut. I'm like, yo, he's gonna come out garage, and he comes out garage, and they're like, how did you know you're map hacking? Right? That's game sense, right? The knowing
Yeah.
how they walk and stuff, like the bronze players, that's how they react, right? Oh my
Mhm.
god, like how did you know? But the thing is, I do that all the time. It's not even like a one-off thing. I do it like 6 times a game, 7 times a game, where I can
Mm.
actively almost act. Obviously, it's not 100% accurate. Where I'm like, okay, he could be C, and like he's always there. But there are times I'm wrong too. But that's just the game sense stuff that I learned through
Yeah.
playing, getting these calls wrong, kind of understanding their, like, I used to have a difficulty understanding where they could go. So I had a problem where if I saw him garage, I would hold garage forever. I did not expect them to come back down. But I learned that over
Yeah.
time through getting killed from the back, stuff like that. So you learn
Mhm.
people's movement, pathing, timings, how long it takes for him to go here and there, stuff like that. So
Yep.
that's something I really admire about your game, your brain, your game sense, that you need to
Thank you.
uh, improve upon. Obviously, you got it right one time. There was a lot of times you got it wrong, right?
Mhm.
So you gotta make sure, build your intuition to a point where it's 80% right, 70% right. The next
Okay.
thing will be movement, positioning. Round three, using a jump peak to clear long angle. So round three, you did it. This was a good round because I don't remember if they ran up. I don't think you ran up. You just kind of jump peek for your team. So I really like that movement because you're
Mhm.
predicting and you're actively thinking and knowing that this is a common angle that people like to hold it. So you jump peek. I really like that type of movement from you. That's something I need to work on my game. I'm not much of a jump peeker. I'm more of a jiggler, right?
Okay.
Or a utility usage type player where I tell him smoke this off so I can come out wide on the smoke and kill this guy holding this right side or whatever down the middle of the smoke.
Mhm.
Next thing
Okay.
is round 17. Realized they were coming in A site and held mid. Got a kill. I remember this round. They were coming A, and instead of just playing with your cock looking here, you actively knew this was open with an you had an op and you got a kill. Right? A lot of low players would just
Yep.
leave it open and just AFK their brain, but you actively thought, yo, there could still be threats around. So you kind of,
Mhm.
even if you didn't clear it, you're holding this for your team where they can't just come behind you, walk out, and kill your whole team. So I really like
Yep.
that. That's more of a game sense positioning type stuff. Like you kind of, how you see, like, even if I try to split it up, you can kind of see how it plays into your game sense or your movement. Like it's combined, it's together,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? It's not just strictly movement prediction.
Mhm.
That's like you actively knowing people like to come down mid, stuff like that. You've experienced these
Mhm.
scenarios, so you gotta really put all of this together. That's what I tell all my students that have trouble. Like you gotta put all of this together: game sense, movement,
Yep.
intuition, aim, comms, all into one skill. You gotta turn it into yourself and really develop yourself as a player. So the next thing will be round 23. Played with his team, rotated accordingly to C. So you were on defense, and there was a round there like full taking. I can't remember exactly what happened here, but you can watch the VOD. And like
Mhm.
it wasn't like you were far away rotating. Like you were with your team, ready to trade. And I'm pretty sure you got 1 or 2 kills and won the round, something like that. So you can rewatch
Okay.
that to see what I can't remember. Because I try not
Mhm.
to remember too much of your pros. Like I'll write it down, but I don't need to dissect it, right? You've done something well, so you just gotta have to improve on it. I just really try to dissect what
Yep.
you're doing wrong, because then you can try to understand. Because most people don't really understand what I'm trying to say or
Satchel out.
what's going on or what my thought process is behind it. The
Mhm.
next thing is round 24. So this is defense. This is where they won the game. So good mid fight mechanics. So there was like, I can't remember where, you gotta watch the VOD, but uh oh, it was right here. The jet swung you, and instead of just instant crouch spring, you did a little extra swing, right? Because then he has to readjust his thing. You remember that kill
Yeah.
here? Like you
Yep.
saw him, you got scared, you fought him, you guys kind of both whiffed, and then you started going like this, and then you one tapped him, which I really liked because he was just AFK crouch shooting you, right? And you're not just gonna AFK crouch shoot him back. It's like instantly. You're gonna. I like that micro
Yeah.
adjustment you did, and you just because he was whiffing on you. He was probably like this. He just instant crouch, and he's like right, and you just went like
Yeah.
that. You just went like you shot at him, you crouched, and then you moved, and you instantly killed him. So you really do have good micro adjusting stuff like that. I didn't get to see too much of your aim, to be honest. Obviously, because you were negative and stuff,
Yeah,
and like just the whole game. But the rounds where you popped off, where you got 2 kills. Like remember that one on A, you got like double kill. One on C, you got 2 kills through the smoke. So like you're winning. So, but if you add the game sense, movement, and all that stuff into your game, you're actively gonna be able to kill 4 people every round, especially in this lobbies. People are retarded. Okay, you got to really work on your game sense and movement where it sets you up to use your aim. You're not able to use your aim because of your game sense and movement is lacking. Do you kind of get what I'm saying there?
Okay.
You gotta your aim is up here, it's 8 out of 10, but your movement and game sense is a 2 out of 10, right? Like they need to be correlated where it's 8 out of 10 on all 3 levels where you're actively like being proactive, you're killing this guy, and then you're repositioning, you predict this guy's gonna be here, you come kill him, right? Because that's what a lot of the good players do. They don't just go and find them and kill them. That's really not how you play this game. You really have to use your brain and predict where they're gonna be. Oh, there's 2 here. I killed 2. Okay, they're probably gonna come up garage now. I come up garage, right? I killed them. Oh, they cut noise. Okay, they're gonna go. I'm gonna proactively run A before they go A. There's my teammate on C, so I'm gonna go hide in a corner, stuff like that. Okay. Yeah. So that's all your notes. I know it's been pretty long. Let me just get in the
That's
range.
fine. That's good.
And I know I'm kind of talking fast. I just have one more student for you, and all the sessions
That's alright.
have been pretty long.
Yeah.
The VOD will be up tonight. You can watch it. So
Thank
I'm
you.
just gonna show you. This you need to do every day, okay? I don't care
Okay.
if you're not playing. If you want to get better and you're not doing this, you're not gonna get better, okay?
Okay.
You're Plat. I'm sure you put in a lot of work to get it to Plat, right? Like,
Yeah.
not everyone gets to just start off at Plat. I'm sure, some of my students
ultimate's
have
ready.
been in silver or bronze for
My
3
ult's
years. Like, that's kind of sad, Like, just
Yeah.
think about that, right? Like, it's just, I'm not trying to bash them, but it's just like, they're not actively wanting to improve and put in the work. That's what I explain to my students all the time is this game is a game where you get what you put in. Okay, if you do a lot of aim training, you're gonna get a sick aim. If you do no aim training, your aim's gonna be trash. If you work on your movement, your movement's gonna be really good. If you work on your game sense and actually be critical and be critical thinking and really question what's going on, what went wrong, what went right, you're gonna get better at those things. So this is a game where you really put in, you gotta put in work to get what you want. So come here,
Okay.
make sure everything's on bot infinite. You come to the middle here, okay, and you turn on the bots. So I'm just gonna sit up a little bit. So you come on the middle here because here it's harder to hit the guys behind. You come here, and this you can write it down if you want. Let me know if you want to, but it's gonna be in the VOD, so you can just go back to it and refer to it.
Yeah.
So this one, there's gonna be 4 exercises. This exercise is called left to right headshot. Okay, so I'm a phantom player. Depends on what you want to play. It doesn't matter. You're gonna go head to head. It's like connect the dots. Obviously, in the beginning, it's gonna be really hard, and the goal is not to miss. Okay. Obviously, you're gonna miss. You can miss, but the goal is not to miss. This is a precision-based exercise where you need to have good smoothness, as in line is straight, point A to point B is straight, and your line is straight, and it's and identify if you miss, identify what's going on. So if I go back like that, what's wrong with that? I
Overflicked.
overflicked. Exactly, you can identify it, right? If I went like this, it's underflicked. So you're head to head. Like there, I kind of overflicked and micro adjusted back, right? So you have to kind of identify what's going on. But in the beginning, just go really slow. Like there, I kind of came back like this. Like really identify where your aim is going wrong, and then you can kind of either slow it down or be more active. This is me going like 50% speed, right? If I was going slow,
Yep.
it was like first time when I first did this, it was like this. Like I'm really making
enough.
sure that my line is straight, my smoothness is straight, and I'm instantly deleting these heads. Okay? And then you add some speed to it, right? Obviously, I'm not going left to right, but
Yep.
like I'll show you.
That's good.
like add a flicker or a burst or whatever it may be. But I would just suggest that you just go with that the 2-tap burst, like a 2-shot burst, rather than a 1-tap, because you know the chances of you killing somebody with 2 shots is much higher than 1 shot, right?
Yeah.
Because especially with Phantom, there's times where it's 140. So if you practice making sure it's 2-shot, then you're always gonna kill them. Doesn't matter what distance. So that's kind of why I'm really good at it, because I'm a Phantom player. Practice a lot. But you kind of get the gist of that, right? So left to right to left.
Yep.
Minimum 5 minutes. You can do it up to an hour. I used to do this till my arm fell off. Like I would, like just I would have bad games, like a bad day, super bad day. I'd be hard on myself. I'd just be in there doing that for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, music on, full blast, right? Do whatever you want.
Damn.
So second one is called 5-shot burst. It's a burst control exercise. You come here, turn it on to 10 meters, okay? And there's 9 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I might struggle with this a little bit because I don't actively do this every day. Like I really only do it with my students to show them, but I'm trying to get back on it. So 5. This is me not controlling recoil. Okay.
Yeah.
This is me controlling 5 shots. Okay. You see how it's kind of you want it in a circle. Obviously, I'm like kind of like that. You see how it's really close. Make sure it's 5 shots too, because sometimes there's like that's super bad. So you gotta kind of identify what's going wrong. Okay, I gotta pull down longer. Okay, I gotta start moving around. Like sometimes I like to move around, so I should probably stand still. So right, this one's not easy. Like you're gonna have a lot of struggle, really getting it perfect, because you're pulling your mouse down with your hand and your arm, your wrist. Like it's a difficult task, but if you're able to control burst, you're gonna be like burst, dead, this guy's dead, and you can just instantly delete people with burst. You don't even need a headshot. The 5-shot dead, 5-shot dead, 5-shot dead, right? Like stuff like that. So yeah, so we're going left to right to left, minimum 5 minutes. So make sure you're kind of trying your best. Obviously it's gonna improve over time, right?
Yep.
Right, like those are good examples. This is a good shot. It looks like 1 shot, 2 shots, but that's 5 bullets. This guy's instantly dead, whether it's headshot or not. Obviously it's accurate too, so you can just instantly delete people in the first 2 shots with this burst. Okay, so that's that. Third exercise, this is spray control, spray transfer. Okay, so you don't want to come up like this and then come back down. Okay, you want to automatically start with a control. So and then we draw a line. Obviously it's not gonna be perfect because it's spray, but keep it as straight as you can. Okay, this is gonna help identifying how low you have to pull to keep your crosshair, how low you have to pull your crosshair to keep your bullets at the spot you want it, right? Like look where my crosshair is. It's not on the target, but my spray is right where I want it, like head level, for example, right? Like if I wanted it up here, I would leave my crosshair up here, right? If I want it all the way down, then it's gonna be much lower. So this kind of helps you identify how to spray well, slash spray transferring, and that's why this movement going left to right will help, because there are gonna be times where you're spraying and then you gotta transfer, but you still kill them because the rate of fire is so fast, right? Like I'm long range killing the bots, right? I'm controlling. Obviously, like it's kind of a bad example. But you kind of get the gist of it. So that's
I get it.
third one, spray transfer slash spray control. This is a movement-based exercise. So do you play with shooting arrow on?
Yeah.
You have the graph on?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, perfect. So then I don't really have to tell you how to put it on. So do you know what the colors represent? Like the yellow and the blue, and the numbers.
Blue is movement error.
Right.
Numbers? No, not the numbers. I don't know.
So you got it right. So blue is movement error, right? If I'm moving and shooting, right, it's gonna show blue. If I'm just having aim error, it's gonna be yellow only. Like I'm not controlling the spray, right? Like look at it, 0.9, right? It's just all over the place. But if I control it, it might come down a little bit to like 0.67, right? So this one helps your movement. So you want to come here. We shoot 1 time. This is called dead zoning. So we stop. We go 5 times every time. We're dead zoning. Stop. Shoot. Obviously in the beginning it's really hard. I struggled with this too in the beginning. Stop. Shoot. 5 each side. And we want to be as 0.2. We want to be 0.2 or 0.27 is maybe max. 0.3 is max. 0.2 means that I'm 100% accurate. It means I'm standing still. like you see there it's 0.3883, right? It means I moved.
Mhm.
And you can even see the bullet, right? Like I'll try to move and shoot. Like I was aiming here, but the bullet went there, and it's 6.2. So that means there's a huge movement error. I want to make sure it's 0.2, okay? 0.2. Oh, like there, 6.2, right? Like super bad. It means I moved. I didn't fully stop. So we do 5 each side. Cut it in half. So we come here again. Cut the whole section off, and then we do 5 each side, and then we cut it in half again. And then we cut it in half again. And then, okay, so 5 each side, cut it in half, cut it in half, cut it in half, where you're almost like, okay? So I'll just briefly show you. Like this, come back 5 each side, and then we would cut it in half. And then we'd cut it in half again. And then cut it in half again. And then, yeah, you can just cut it one more time if you really want, but most people just stop here. Okay? Yep.
Quick question.
Yep.
Sorry. For dead zoning,
Yep.
what does it, except for like movement, what does it achieve? Like, can you use it in game?
Well, of course, because in this game, if you don't dead zone, a lot of the times you have to crouch to stop and shoot, or you're gonna be running and gunning. So what dead zone teaches you is that those moments where you stop, instantly delete somebody, and you can kind of move, right? And with 100% accuracy. Because if I was to kind of shoot and stop, like it's not accurate. So I can 100% max speed swing, stop, be 100% accurate. That's what it teaches. Okay. And I'll show you this. This is the last drill.
Okay.
So you turn this on, and this will help you build what you're asking about. Okay. So this is dead zoning plus swinging, like your peeking abilities, whether it's a wide swing, crouch peek, jiggle peek. You can incorporate it all. Okay. But obviously in the beginning, just start with a wide swing. So what was I gonna say? So so it incorporates dead zone, aiming, and peeking abilities. So you start here, stop, shoot, stop, and you come back. You dead zone back, right?
Okay.
Obviously, I like to put a more of a jiggle in it, like, right? Like look how accurate I am, but it looks like I'm moving, right? But I'm actively stopping and then shooting. It just looks like I'm moving, but I'm actually dead zoning. Like look at that, look at that, right? Obviously you're gonna jiggle shoot like that when there's more than one person. This will help your real-time scenario where if this guy is running up, like not the bot, but this guy's running up here, right, on the crosshair, and I'm behind the wall, I can just swing him, stop, he's instantly deleted. It's not where I'm like, or like, you know, like, right, like, because that's what a lot of people do is they run and gun, and I don't know if you know, but they nerfed the running accuracy in this game, right? When this game first came out, people didn't know what dead zoning was. They didn't know that they would have to stop to shoot to be accurate. They would crouch peek a lot, or they would just literally just run and gun because recently they changed the recoil, right? They made it much harder. But back in the day, you could literally run like this and the bullets would be straight. But now they changed the spread where it's much harder. Like you actually have to be stopped for you to be accurate. So people started using this more. So swing, shoot, dead zone. Like I'm letting go of my key and I'm coming back, okay? Stop and then come back. 20 on each side. You come on this side. Same thing. Swinging. Like let's say that's the guy running up. Like obviously I'm missing, right? Gonna add a spray to it, or a burst, or a one tap, whatever you may be. Even 80. I wouldn't recommend 80s, but you can kind of get what I'm trying to say. So you work on your dead zoning here, plus your aim, plus your peeking. This helps a real-time scenario, right? Where this guy's far and I'm just instantly deleting him because I'm dead zoning, right? And I have peeker's advantage too, where he's standing still and I instantly kill him, right? And yeah, that's it. So 20 each side on that one, okay? Minimum. You can do it for much longer. And any questions, stuff like that, concerns?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Well, not really about the training, but more like still on the Raze utility.
Yep.
It'll be more
Satchel out.
like when to use my nade and when to use my ult.
Right.
I know I can use my ult on like attack to like keep the defenders away, and on retake to keep the attackers away. But like, if as soon as I have it, do I use it? Kind of.
I mean, you gotta think about what it does, right? It instantly deletes more than one person. Like, obviously, you want to kill one person with it, but like, so there was a game last night that I saw from APAC, a Korean server. It was VCT, okay, and They were losing the round. It was on Lotus. They were on C on defense. Okay, and it was like a 5v5, and the attacking team made it a 3v1. Okay, but before it was a 3v1, it was 3v2, right? So it was a fade and a Raze on defense, and it doesn't matter who's on attack. But the fade threw the suck, and it hit all three of the remaining of the attackers, and the Raze literally just came out like this and just killed all three of them, right? Like he won the round, and this was in triple overtime. You can even I can even send the game to you. It was Nongshim versus RRQ,
Cool.
right? And Nongshim ended up winning the series, and that it was actually
Dang.
it actually broke a record. They went into 45 rounds in one game. It was like 22-20, and it was like
Yeah.
super thrilling, crazy like thing. I can even send you the game, but like that play
That'd be
won
great,
him the
yeah.
round, right? And like quadruple, like 6x overtime, like right. So this tool is so strong. It can kill 5 people if you really want it. Look at the AOE. Look, it kills everybody. So, but obviously you need to have good satchel ability. If you don't have a good satchel, you're not gonna really, right?
My ult's ready.
Like I'm not a Raze main. Like I played Raze, but I don't have many hours on Raze. I'm more of a Reyna Jet type player, like ISO,
Yeah.
because I'm a duelist.
Yeah.
But I don't really play Raze. But Raze is super broken. That's why they nerfed her satchel, where they reduced the distance. Back then, one satchel was the same as 2 satchels now. Like if I
Satchel out. Satchel
like
out.
one satchel would bring me out to here, but they changed it because it was too strong.
Satchel out.
Where I can use one
Yeah.
satchel and go across the map and just I'll be in the, and they also nerfed the distance you go up, right? Back then you could be all the way up here with one satchel. Like if I satcheled one time, I'd be like double the height, and I could just be. But it was too broken because people couldn't aim at her. Like it was too fast and shit like that. So they nerfed her.
Yeah.
But that's why it's important to, practice your satchel movement,
Satchel out.
right? Like I'm really bad at
Satchel out.
Raze,
Satchel out.
right? Like that's probably the best satchel you're gonna get from me. Right? I'm not even joking. Like I don't play Raze. I have a lot of hours in like Reyna, Jet, ISO, right? Those type of duelists. I'm more into those type of duelists. But I did play Raze. Like her nade's super strong. Her bot's super good at clearing corners, buying time for you, stuff like that.
So what should I use? The nade is used for.
I mean, you can
Like
use it
bait,
for
right?
anything. You can take it to clear corners. You can take it to deter them from retaking, delaying them. You can take it to kill people that they're there on like fucked up angles, right? Stuff like that.
Okay.
It comes with time. Like you gotta just keep playing your agent, right? Like hours, put in lots of hours, and just keep getting better, right? My main thing I would tell you is just make sure you're using all your kit, even if it's wrong, before the round ends. Like, don't save your shit, just use it. Like, but obviously don't use it like on that A haven where that angle is already cleared, but you're botting it. Like, use it to clear an angle where it's hard. Like, it will clear this side, and then I can clear right, and then I can come back, and then here's it, right? So stuff like that. Okay. All right, bro. That's it. That's everything. I will send you the notes. If you want to watch the VOD, you can watch the VOD with the notes. And if you want to schedule more sessions, obviously it's not gonna be free. I stopped free coaching. I just have way too many students, and as you can see, like this session was like we started at like 6:40, so it's been almost like 2 hours, right? So it takes a lot of time for me to really dissect people's games and stuff like that. But okay, bro, it was really nice session. Like you have potential. I wrote down, like you'll even see in the notes. I said you have potential to being a really good player because you have good basics and fundamentals, as in like aim mechanics. Maybe not movement, but aim. But one thing you have to understand is I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. I'm being realistic. Like one thing you have to understand in this game is that aim doesn't mean anything. Okay, there's so many players that I know, even in my lobbies, where all they have is aim and no game sense, right? You're never ever gonna get picked up on a team or like that if you have no game sense. They actually rather you have game sense more, right? For example, like FNS, he's not a mechanically gifted shooter, but his brain is so big as an IGL that they pick him up. He's 30 years old, but he's still a pro, right? Like he has so much experience, so that's why it shows you that game sense is way more. It outweighs like position, movement, those things, and game sense. It outweighs aim by tenfolds, in my opinion. That's my opinion. So aim is just your basics, but okay. Good luck with your games and a good session, bro.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank
Keep
you
in
very
touch. If you have any questions, just message me on Discord, okay?
No worries.
No worries.
Thank you.
Bro.
Have a nice day, mate.
No problem. You too, bro.
Bye.
Okay, let me just send this to him. Nope.